Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central. Thanks for joining us on the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Ahead, Zach Doell, U.S. News Best Cars for Teens Award. I love that. I'm chomping at the bit to find out. Later, Jeff has this week's Motor Minute, and I'll have this week's stories making automotive news headlines. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world Mars. We always need more Jeff Zekin. IT genius David Ainsley is at home in bed, sleeping. I'm Don Armstrong. I, too, am sleeping. We thank you for joining us on our live broadcast here in the last half hour of our show. And if you're catching us on a podcast, thank you very much. Our live show streams Saturdays 8 to 11, and the podcast's a new one goes up every day. So take your pick. Enjoy.
You bet.
And speaking of enjoying, let's enjoy Zach Doell, U.S. News and World Report. Zach, good morning.
Hey, good morning. You guys hear me okay?
We can hear you great, and thanks so much for joining us today. Are you over there on the right coast?
I am. Yes, I'm a Virginia guy.
A Virginia guy. Well, that's good. When Mars told me that we were going to have you on for the Best Cars for Teens Award, I thought, yeah. I have to tell you that for my daughter's 16th birthday, I bought her a 2007 Ford Focus, two-door, crank windows, 5-speed automatic transmission, cloth interior. It was bare bones all the way. That was in 2007 when I bought her that car. She still has that car and is still driving it this day, just outside of Boulder in Golden, Colorado, Denver area, and it now has 185,000 miles on it.
That's incredible.
It is. And so those kind of cars, I assume, still exist.
Yeah, they do. Absolutely. We tried to highlight vehicles that are going to be reliable, safe, and a good
affordable,
value.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Affordable, good value.
Yeah.
So clearly you got the value part on that one.
I definitely did. I don't remember how much I paid for it. It was a repo. It had 1,200 miles on it. And they somehow trailered this thing down to a Ford dealership here in town, and I spotted it, and I'm going, I'll go over there and make them an offer. They said, we'll take it. And it has been a great car for her. As a matter of fact, she's about ready finally to buy herself a new car. And I said, so what are you going to do with the Focus? And she says, well, Dad, I'm going to keep it. I can't get rid of it. It's not worth anything. I think the most that she could ever get out of it is $1,000.
Yeah.
It's more. Every fender and every door panel, everything has been dented, and it's probably got more Bondo than the original car weighs on it. But it doesn't make any difference. It's still painted black.
Her car.
And it still runs and works just fine. So, at any rate, let's get going. Where do you want to start?
We can just start with best SUV for teens in the 20 to 25,000 category. If you're watching this live, it's right behind me, the Kia Soul.
Yep.
I think if you have one takeaway from this is the car that should be. It's very reliable. It starts at $20,000. It's got a ton of safety features. That was a big criteria in our scoring. It's got to have forward collision warning, automatic emergency braking, lane departure warning, and lane keep assist.
Oh, wow.
So this comes with it as standard. It does well in crash testing. Kia Soul, it's a really great value.
Zach, I have to tell you, when I drove the car, I've driven several of them since they were brand new, and every time that they update them, they send me one. I love that car. It rides great. It handles great. It's powered just right. There's so many good things going for that car. I endorse that.
And it's got room.
And it's got room in it, yeah.
More room than it looks like
it would have. Party bus.
Yeah.
But, it's got room.
Yeah.
So a great car for teens.
I agree.
And we've got a little bit of a twofer here. The Hyundai Elantra in the $20,000 to $25,000 category.
Okay.
And the Hyundai Elantra Hybrid in our $25,000 to $30,000 category. They're both great vehicles. Go with the hybrid if you want the fuel economy, but very premium for how the vehicle's priced. Like you said, ride's nice, and a lot of standard safety features. They perform very well in crash testing, and the Elantra Hybrid in particular, it comes standard with Hyundai Link, Blue Link, which is Hyundai's telematics system.
Yep.
It's set like curfews for additional drivers.
Well, that ought to tick them off pretty good.
Right, yeah. But, you can at least know they're not staying out too late. They're not driving too far from home. They're not speeding. You can set a speed alert. So a lot of the other vehicles on this list have similar technologies, but that's just Blue Link is what it's called for Hyundais.
Sounds good. Next.
Yeah, so we got the Hyundai Tucson and the Hyundai Tucson Hybrid. Another, a lot of Hyundais on this list. Tucson's a great car. We love them. It's the Tucson, the non-hybrid one, are best car for the money and best car for families as well. So we call it the Triple Crown. Lots of space, great safety scores, lots of standard safety features. It's a really great option if you're looking for a vehicle in that segment, the compact SUV.
Yeah, I tend to agree with all these so far. What else?
Yeah. So we got the Subaru Legacy and the Subaru Outback.
Really? That surprises me.
Oh, really?
It surprises me because I always think of the Subarus that they're priced a little bit more expensively than, say, for instance, the Kias and the Hyundais.
I would agree with that.
Yeah. Yeah, so they are a little bit, but you get so many safety features as standard. So it kind of works itself out. You also get standard all-wheel drive. Live in the snow belt. I know you guys don't really have to worry about that, but the all-wheel drive traction in the winter is really, really great.
We were up in Marquette last August, up in the UP of Michigan, and probably every third car on the road was either the Outback or the other one. Very, very popular in that area because of the snow, because of all the winter
drive,
all-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Katie's best friend actually has a Subaru.
Yeah.
Loves it.
Subaru's
Takes
in every
it up
corner.
to the mountains all the time to go snowboarding. Yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, so great options there. And then rounding off this list in our $35,000 to $40,000 category, I think this is a car you guys like, the Toyota Camry Hybrid. It's very efficient, 52 mpg, I believe. It's value priced for how many features you get and how refined it is. These are really great cars and perform very well.
Zach, are you married?
I am.
Do you have any children?
I don't. We have a dog. We treat him like a child.
Well, I understand.
Do you want children?
Yeah, eventually, yeah.
Yeah. So all I can think of is, Zach, is that I'm going to tell Katie, here, honey, here's your car at 16 years old. You get Grandma and Grandpa's Camry. That is not going to go over very well. I'm sorry. I appreciate the recommendation there, but maybe if you really don't care about cars and you're just looking for mileage, and here you go. Okay, good luck.
Dependable and all that
So
stuff.
you'll be the one that be toting around your 4 other friends in the car going to the bars at the UT on Saturday night. Won't you?
Well, it's definitely going to last. It'll for sure last quite a while, from the teen car to the young adult car.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. Well, you're not going to sell me on that one. I'm sorry. It may be a great car, but that's just not for me. But at any rate, okay, what else?
Yeah, so we also have a used category. So these are 2019 to 2021 models.
Now you're talking my language.
Yeah. So we have the Subaru Crosstrek Hybrid, another Subaru.
Yep.
It's actually a plug-in hybrid. If you want to plug in at home, drive to school, drive back, you might not even use any gas.
Yep.
It's a great option. Again, all-wheel drive is standard, lots of safety features. We've got the Elantra Hybrid in the used category as well, the 2021 model. Like the new model, tons of standard safety features. You can get the telematics system, do some curfew speed alerts on there, and it's just a great option for a first vehicle.
I got it. No, I'm with you.
The Hyundai Santa Fe 2019. It's a midsize SUV. lots of space. Young people are just as active as anyone else. So
camping, brother, camping. You remember your
camping,
college?
soccer.
Yeah, you can remember your camping days. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, maybe
Throw it on the
you.
back.
I don't know about you, but you might not be able to remember your camping days if you're me.
I know. Yeah. There's a couple hazy ones for sure.
Yeah, that's it. Yes,
Purple haze.
Yeah. So that's in our midsize SUV category, and then rounding out the used vehicles, we've got the 2020 Sonata Hybrid and the 2021 Nissan Maxima. So larger cars that are very value oriented, lots of safety features, great crash testing. So you can feel good about putting your young teen driver in these cars as a first vehicle, and they should be just fine.
I agree, and we have a used car dealership that we work with, Emmons Brothers Motors, and they have cars like that, extra clean, and depending how low you want to go, especially the used cars, obviously, depending on mileage, and they buy a range of cars. If you want low mileage, okay, we got plenty on the lot. Low mileage, and they also have got some medium mileage cars as well. And obviously, there's a little bit more value in those. None of them have been wrecked or anything like that. They have a history. And there's also the certified pre-owns that you can get at your dealership that usually are bargain priced, and they also have a service record with them. Somewhere,
Absolutely.
usually speaking, between 32 and 50,000 miles. Maybe not even that much. But at any rate, I think that those are all good choices. Like I said, I didn't have those choices when I bought Katie's car, but I will tell you that little car has been through hell and back, and it's still working.
Yeah, all the way to University of Alabama.
Yeah, that's right. Well, actually, it started off at Embry-Riddle in Daytona Beach, and then went to the University of Alabama, and now she's in Denver suburbs. But I'll tell you that one of the things that I think that you'll agree with, and you will too, Jeff, and you too. I don't want to leave you out, but if you teach them to take care of their car, there's a problem, get it fixed. Change the oil on a regular basis, and keep up with your car maintenance. That car will last you a lifetime. Just take care of it.
Absolutely, mechanical sympathy for sure.
Yeah,
you gotta, cars are like a part of the family. You gotta listen to them. Gotta know when they're hurting and take care of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Zach, it's great to talk to you. Thank you very much for joining us today. We love talking with you guys, and I guess the rumor has gotten around there at the U.S. News offices and going, these guys down there in Houston with this car show called In Wheel Time, oh my God. Are you sure you want to expose yourself to that?
Yeah, we noticed.
No, this is the fun interview, for sure. This is the fun.
That's good. Yeah, because we try to keep it on the light side over here. But Zach, it's great talking to you. Thank you so much. And enjoy I guess this is the last weekend of spring?
Spring.
Spring.
This is summer.
Yes. Well,
June 22nd is officially summer.
The day,
Remember,
I'm looking at the thermometer. It's summer.
Well,
it feels like summer.
Yeah, it does. So, at any rate, thank you so much again. Enjoy your
you,
Saturday,
Zach.
and happy Father's Day.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Take care.
Good stuff.
I know.
Yeah.
We're going to take a quick break.
We
You're
are.
on the N-Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Thanks for riding with us today. We love to hear from you. And if you'd like, shoot us an email. The address is info@nwheeltime.com. Our show continues right after this quick break. Pro-Am Auto Accessories has been serving Houston's auto enthusiasts since 1984, providing world-class products for sports cars, European sedans, and American muscle. Pro-Am is known as the place to go to find exclusive and hard-to-find parts and accessories. Pro-Am is one of the very first distributors in the USA for brands such as Recaro, Redline, Momo, Corbo, and Simpson. Located in the heart of Houston's premier retail and service corridor, the Galleria area, Pro-Am's walk-in storefront includes an 8,000-square-foot warehouse, showroom, and installation bays. Pro-Am not only sells parts and accessories, but also offers installation and service. Pro-Am is now reaching a worldwide audience through Pro-Am.com, taking its local reputation to the rest of the world. At Pro-Am Auto, you'll be dealing with a small group of professionals who truly want to help you with your automotive needs. If you don't see what you're looking for on the website, call and Pro-Am will lend you a hand. Pro-Am Auto, 6125 Richmond at Green Ridge and Houston's Galleria area. Call them at 713-781-7755. Want to feel good about something special you did for someone special? In Wheel Time and the original Lupi Tortilla group of Tex-Mex restaurants have joined together to help a very worthy cause, God's Garage, a Christian-based 501c3 charity. We know there are lots of places and organizations out there where you can donate a car, truck, or SUV, but we're asking you, our car enthusiast family, to consider donating to God's Garage. Visit godsgarage.org and learn about its mission, the women that have been helped, how each one is screened, and about their Restore You program. A car donation is an easy way to make a difference in the lives of others. God's Garage needs good operating vehicles, but will take all types in working and non-working condition. Make your heart and soul feel good by donating your gently used vehicle and help support single mothers, widows, and wives of deployed military at godsgarage.org. Hey, thanks for joining us again today on the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show as we're getting ready to wrap up this week's show.
Hey,
but before we do
quick.
that, it
did.
Yeah, despite Mr. Mars and his little joke that he played on this morning.
Kidding.
It's okay. Listen, I'm like the elephant that doesn't forget.
Oh. Elephants leave big messes, too.
Yes, they do. All right, time now for Jeff's Motor Minute. What do you got?
This is a land speed record. Not many people do land speed records. They're very hard to obtain. You got to go through the Guinness Book of Records and all that. But this particular gentleman, Dylan Phillips, has just set a Guinness World Record for the fastest wheelbarrow. Clocked speeds of 52 miles per hour. In a straight line speed week 2024 in Elvington Airfield in Yorkshire, England.
Is this a four-wheeled wheelbarrow?
This is a one wheel and it's got a cart. He explains how he does it. There's pictures of it, but I couldn't get the pictures because they're imprinted.
Copyrighted.
But yeah, exactly. He built the He built the motorized contraption in a shed in Pembrokeshire, England. The 30-year-old said it was fun and surreal. Dylan completed 2 runs in a speed trap of a 100-meter course, and the machine is part wheelbarrow and part scrap scooter, which is like a dolly. The dolly, you sit at the end of the dolly, and you strap the wheelbarrow on the front of it, and it's got like a little...
so you get pulled behind.
Yeah, you're pulled behind, you're laying back on it. He said it's uncomfortable and terrifying, slows down the issue. It's only got brakes in the front. It's uncomfortable. It does leave you aching after a couple of runs because there's no suspension, and it rattles you to bits. Like many other madcap ideas, this one was dreamed up in a pub. Go figure.
No.
Yeah. Ended up building a wheelbarrow for fun and little practice runs, messing around. He got up to 37 miles an hour. And then they said there's got to be a land speed record for this. And sure enough, they found one. And then they beat it. So after a few days of seeking super bikes, Aston Martins and Ferraris, McLarens and things, the auto enthusiasts just decided to build this cart and take it out to the Speed Week with all these other high-end vehicles. And they were the hit of the party. So... there you go. Land speed record for a wheelbarrow.
Did it have a recoil starter on it?
The motor was in the front. If you had the picture wheelbarrow,
you got to start the
wheel. The motor was in the front of the wheelbarrow.
Yeah, I got it.
And then the dolly was behind him, and he laid on the dolly, and it looked almost like a...
terrifying.
Yeah, but it looked like a weed eater motor on it. A little bit bigger than that, maybe a go-kart motor, something of that size.
I was going to think a Briggs & Stratton 2 horsepower.
It could have been something like
motor.
that. It didn't give the size, but they did set the record. Right. So there you go.
Jeep's domination of an annual survey that seeks to identify the most patriotic brands in the U.S. has extended to a 23rd consecutive year. The SUV brand has finished number 1 every time research firm Brand Keys has conducted the survey. It started in 2002. Despite being owned by European companies for most of that time, Jeep is now part of Stellantis, which is based in the Netherlands. Ford Motor Company remained number 2 for the second year in a row. Jeep and Ford were followed by Levi Strauss, Coca-Cola, and Disney. No other vehicle brands made the top 50, though motorcycle maker Harley-Davidson ranked 7th, and aftermarket floor mat brand WeatherTech placed 26th. Tesla last appeared on the list in 2021, and GM has not been among the top 50 since 2013. That's the patriotic brands.
Yeah. Has to be.
Uncertainty around the upcoming presidential election contributed to dealers feeling neutral about the second quarter market and expecting a similar sales environment for the third quarter, according to Cox Automotive's analysis of its quarterly Dealer Sentiment Index poll. How about the Don Armstrong Big Shoe poll? I mean, there's a poll for everything.
A poll for everything.
Yeah.
A poll for the poll.
Pole dancing.
There you
I
go.
was going to say there's a poll for Susie down there.
What?
The Cox survey ran from April 23rd through May 7th, received responses from 550 franchise dealers. They're going blah, blah, blah. United Auto Workers President Sean Fain.
What?
Under investigation by an independent
No.
federal monitor over allegations of retaliation against other union leaders, according to a June 10th court filing, the story from Automotive News. Monitor Neil Borofsky said he had opened an investigation in February to review allegations, including that the UAW Secretary-Treasurer, Margaret Mock, said she had faced retaliation for her refusal or reluctance to authorize certain expenditures for Fain's office, according to the filing. Borofsky also opened a probe into the Secretary-Treasurer's actions. The 36-page report describes increasing stonewalling and non-cooperation by the union, delaying access to documents.
Well, they shut down that Canadian factory because of the strike. So,
they got people out for them, so there you go.
There you go.
And there's always been corruption within the UAW for decades.
Really?
And,
What?
yeah, no.
Surely
Nearly
just.
Don't call me sure.
Nearly 4 in 10 owners of electric vehicles in the U.S. are likely to buy a combustion engine car for the next purchase. No surprise there. That's the takeaway of a global McKinsey & Company survey that, among other findings, concluded that charging concerns are hindering the transition to EVs. No.
Yep. That could be a cause.
29% of EV owners across the globe said they're likely to reverse course. That hit 38% of the U.S. consumers globally said their top concern was the inadequacy of the public charging infrastructure. Ding, 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 ding. They also cited concerns with high costs of ownership and detrimental impact to long-distance trips. Only 23 states have started doling out financing from the $5 billion federal program, according to EV adoption data to the end of May. Among existing stations, both public and private stations can be hard to find. Gas station options are displayed on road signage near interstate exits, while EV chargers remain far from public view. Okay.
Well, part of that $5 bazillion they want. They'll put an extension cord out in your front yard and call it an EV station.
Yeah. With your level 1 charger that takes 5 days for it to get
It's
up to 80%.
okay. You get $5 billion for it.
Ford Motor Company on July 1st will end its controversial and costly Model E electric vehicle certification program for dealers less than 2 years after its high-profile rollout, opening EV sales to the automaker's entire retail network in a bid to better serve customers. Moving forward, dealers will be asked to invest in training through the virtual Ford University platform and spend a minimal amount of money on 2 level 2 chargers. 2.
Only 2.
2 at the dealership. Ford in September of 22 announced a series of requirements for the voluntary program that separated dealers into 2 categories. Retailers could choose to participate either at a level that demanded an investment of up to $1.2 million or a lower tier that called for up to $500,000, although executives later said the actual costs turned out to be much lower. Imagine that. How would you like to be the dealer that just spent $1.2 million on EV infrastructure at his dealership? And now everybody's in.
Yeah.
Tesla, Elon Musk, shareholders voted strongly in favor of his $56 billion pay package and a proposal to shift the automaker's legal residence to Texas from Delaware. The company announced the results at its June 13th shareholders meeting, but didn't reveal the breakdowns. Texas Governor Greg Abbott, on his X account, congratulated Musk, quote, on getting the pay you were promised and on your new incorporation in Texas, end quote.
We're loving it.
Musk replied, thank you.
Thank you.
Ding, ding, ding.
A lot of people moving to Texas.
Well, I'm glad to report that the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show has completed fairly successfully round the state of Texas remote broadcast spring episodes.
The spring tour.
Yeah, the spring tour.
Spring tour.
That's good. Because last week kind of put an end to the touring business for the summer.
Well, summer is the key word because the heat.
Yeah, the heat. A lot of people like that one event we were talking about down in Friends where they've shifted them to the evening, trying to still make it doable in the heat.
I think that now, this summer, if you're looking for car events, I would pay attention to our car cruising calendar that we do each weekend because those are nice. Mm-hmm. They're either usually a Saturday morning, a Sunday morning, sometimes a Saturday night, and somewhere local around you or at least in the city.
And this week there's a lot going on, well, not only for Father's Day, but I kind of want to spread it out so that you've got some evening things because of the weather.
Yeah.
Not only that, but our show is on at certain times, a particular time, where even if you make that announcement, it's either ending or close to being over with. So we got to get them on the evening as well.
I agree. Time now for a quick break. We're going to wrap up today's show right after this.
Everyone at the Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise In at the Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy, thank you for participating in the best cruise in around and look forward to seeing you again. You'll hear about the next cruise in date right here on In Wheel Time. Next time you're in the West Houston Energy Corridor area, be sure and stop in at the original Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex at I-10 and Highway 6 or the Katy location on the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard. When passing through Beaumont or College Station, stop in and have Lupi's award-winning beef fajitas and frozen margaritas. There's always a celebration at Lupi Tortilla. Lupi Tortilla founder Stan Holt and his wife Sheila are winning racers on the NHRA drag racing circuit and have a collection of hot rods and classics that everyone appreciates. Look for them at the next Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise In. The date will be announced soon and will once again be held at the Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex on 99 and Kingsland Boulevard, just south of I-10 and Katy. We'll give you all the details right here on the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show and online. Donations benefit God's Garage. We'll see you then. You own a car you love. Well, why not let Gulf Coast Auto Shield protect it? Houstonian John Gray invites you to his state-of-the-art facility to introduce you to his specialist team of auto enthusiasts. We promise you'll be impressed. Whether you're looking to massage your original paint to a like-new appearance, apply a ceramic coating, install a paint protection film, nano-ceramic window tint, or new windshield protection called ExoShield, Gulf Coast Auto Shield is where Houston's car people go. Curbed your wheels? Instead of buying new, why not have them repaired? How about a professionally installed radar detector? Gulf Coast Auto Shield does that too. Get a peek inside the shop and look at the services offered by getting online and heading to gcautoshield.com. Better yet, stop by their facility at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway, and get a personal tour. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your place to go for all things exterior. Call them today, 832-930-5655 or gcautoshield.com.
Well, that's it for this week's In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Be sure and check out our website, inwheeltime.com. Follow us on Facebook. Give us a like. Tell your car friends about us and share our stuff if you would. We'll keep you connected to the automotive world all week long. Hey, when you're looking for award-winning car talk, you can find it on the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app. Daily 30-minute podcasts are available from your favorite provider. We post a new episode every day. And don't forget, we live stream this show on Facebook, YouTube, and InWheelTime.com every Saturday, 8 to 11 a.m. Central Time. The In-Wheel Time Sales and Video Technical Director is we always need more Jeff Zekin. The booking agent, video editor, and people finder, Mr. Mike Out of This World Mars. And our chief engineer, David Ainsley. I'm Don Armstrong. Glad you could join us. We hope you'll join us again next week here on the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show, Saturday, June 22nd from 8 to 11 a.m. on all of our In Wheel Time Car Talk outlets. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you then.
Happy Father's Day.
Yeah, buddy.
That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcast, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.